I'm Cintia Nunes. I'm the Chief of Strategy and Growth at Dream Impact.
Hi, I'm Dorothy Lam, the co-founder and Chief Catalyst of Dream Impact. We are an impact resource bridging platform helping social startups grow and scale both their impact and business. And how we do that is that we help them with our 4 core pillars, with our space, our co-working and event space, our impact community building, our corporate partnerships, and also finally our impact investing arm. So helping them match with the right resources that they need, whether it's on space, on community, on people, on partnerships with corporates, and also with investors. And we really envision a society where everyone is conscious of the work they do, the things they buy, and the values they advocate. And in order to achieve that world, we as Dream Impact want to drive a purpose-driven ecosystem. So all the 4 pillars and all the people that we've engaged, as I mentioned, it creates this ecosystem where they can help each other and build upon each other's work, and they share the same values.
Social impact has become such a buzzword. Can you please tell us what you define as social impact?
I would say look at impact first. That means you have negative or positive impact. Everything that you do today, whether it's the plastic you use, the clothing that you buy, the food that you eat, has an impact, whether it's positive or negative, on the environment and people around you. And the social part meaning that you're relating to beyond your personal life. So how it's affecting your relationship with your family, your friends, your community, city, country, and globally. So then looking at the 2 words together, meaning that you have this effect, positive or negative, on a larger scale to think beyond yourself.
How did the level of collaboration change when COVID-19 spread across the world?
We were able to work with our other partners to also put together a community resilience fund. And that fund was really a bridging loan for our startups in this time of difficulty, especially facing cash flow issues where their clients were not paying them on time, the existing invoices were delayed into the future, they don't really have other ways of income, but they have a pivot plan that they could then use this bridging loan to develop. Impact investing is not just always looking at capital that look for a financial return, but new ways of structuring capital that can actually help a certain social issue at that specific moment in time.
How do you see the future for social impact startups in the next 2 years?
We'll definitely foresee that there will be more cost setters and collaborations and a growth with impact. So I think the word social impact venture may become more vague because actually more businesses, even corporates, will look into the impact angle and how they could actually grow within their business strategies with other people, with other community partners, as well as with other social impact ventures. So we definitely see that the ecosystem will be growing alongside with more sectors, more industries, and even more partners within the game.
We really also see technology playing a greater role, but not technology just in the deep tech side, but also in technology and communications, technology and improving their operations. So that can really help improve their impact and spread it more across different sectors.
Did this pandemic make us more social?
I think this pandemic really helped people rethink about health and their relationship to themselves and to their family. A lot of them were trapped with their kids, and having to educate, homeschool in a long time, and really thought, okay, wow, teachers are being paid very little. This is actually a really important role that they should play. And so that's really an awareness raised on education, awareness raised on health. Thirdly, on the environmental impact, really seeing how this is causing a lot of deaths, but also all the plastic waste that's being coming, and how this pandemic is also potentially really a result of climate change and how everything is interconnected. So I think this was a great wake-up call for the whole world to think more socially.
And I think, besides the physical restrictions that we all have to bear with for this amount of time, this is really showing us that, human-to-human connections are very close. So we've never actually felt that there was a restriction as to the social bonding we've had with our friends and family. So in fact, the physical distance is actually not really the social distance. We do feel that, we're ever more engaged with all of our partners and our friends. And so I think, a lot of people would start to see how interconnected we are with, the people-to-people connections with our society and also the climate. So I think people are really starting to see those connections and those bonds and threads within the community, and definitely that would help spearhead the growth of impact communities and also the ventures.
What is technology for good?
Technology for good is looking at a social issue that impacts a lot of people and looking at how technology can come in at a lower cost, more efficient way to solve the same problem.
A lot of the times when we say technology and why technology is for the scale, right? For scalability. So I think that's also a question that we want to raise is what is it and what's the purpose of scale? So is it for the sake of traction? Is it for the sake of financial growth? Is that really doing any good or a lot of good for the humanity? So I think that is a lot of this question is actually in our mind time and time again every single day. When we were saying that growth could mean other things. It doesn't have to be financial or just monetary. It could also be social value. It could be say how many people we're reaching with this really good tool to actually improve people's lives. So we are talking about a more blended value approach here and how we could actually accelerate the growth of social value as well as monetary value that would improve people's lives for the better, for real.
Why should we question technology?
I think we definitely should question technology because it could go both ways, positive or negative, and it would have a detrimental effect if it's going to the negative end, because talking about scale, technology brings scale. So if it goes negative, it would actually negatively impact a lot of people.